I'm Megan O'Leary, and this is your UFC Minute. As a fighter's wins begin to add up, the pressure to maintain momentum becomes a major factor. To win in the UFC isn't easy. To do it as many times in a row as this women's bantamweight standout has is a urge of even more big things in the world-renowned octagon, as she prepares for her latest battle in mixed martial arts' ultimate proving ground. That's it for today. Stay tuned for your next UFC Minute, and I'll see you at the fights.
Up next is our main event, a matchup for the UFC Women's Bantamweight title. All right, here's the #1 women's bantamweight contender. She believes for a while she's been the best at 135 pounds. She's making the walk tonight, staring down the champion. Confidence, not an issue. Fear, not a factor. We'll see if this talented #1 contender can shed that label and leave with a new one as the UFC Women's Bantamweight champion.
As she makes her way to the octagon right now, her preparation has been
Well, the stakes can't get higher than this. It is the Women's Bantamweight Championship fight here. Sold-out crowd, and all eyes, of course, are on the champion. She won the belt to become the new champion. Now her first title defense. Now the question beckons. Is she good enough to hold on to this belt and take on all comers and take on #1 All right, now let's get to the tail of the tape for this Women's Bantamweight Championship fight. More than 5...
You ready? You ready?
All right, here we go with this championship fight. Will we crown a new UFC Women's Bantamweight champion tonight? Let's find out. All right, here we go with this Women's Bantamweight Championship fight. Round 1 of a possible 5 is underway. The champion trying to defend the title for the first time. She took the belt away earlier this year, and now her focus on being the longest reigning Bantamweight champion in UFC history. We saw recently this belt change hands quite a bit. She says, now that I have it, I'm not giving it up. We'll see if she can get off to a good start tonight. Shevchenko.
Beautiful right hook. Big shot from the crunch.
Let's go, do something.
Back up. This could be it. Oh, beautiful hook. Hard Superman punch.
Shevchenko's lower jaw now, Joe, started to show some signs of swelling. Well, she continues to leave that head open, and she paid for it there. She's almost moving into the strike. She hasn't changed up her tempo, and she continues to keep her head on that center line. We'll see if she can make the proper adjustments here. Very nice leg kick there by Shevchenko. Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
A huge roundhouse kick for the knockout.
Wow, Joe, all I can say is wow. She might have even exceeded her own expectations here tonight. You know the kicks have been a big part of her arsenal, but that was about as perfect a land as we have seen in this division. Full extension, full power behind it, and you knew if she found an opening there, her opponent was going to be down for the count. A monumental knockout turned in by her here tonight.
Here we see it again. Bam! Out cold.
Well, that knockout win is useful for the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the World. She lit up